Welcome to the Mighty Basketball Podcast, also known as M.O.B Podcast, episode 61. I am Evan.
And I'm Ja.
And this is our basketball podcast where we recap, break down, and analyze players and teams from the previous games from the previous day. How are you this Thursday afternoon, Ja?
Doing good.
That's good to hear. I'm doing good as well. I hope everyone having a good day. I hope everyone will have a good day. A lot of discussion, a lot of things to talk about throughout the basketball world from last night's game. But I guess first we should probably start off with the news right before the game, since there's only one news. And that is that the all-star replacement for Anthony Davis has been handpicked by Adam Silver himself. And that is none other than Phoenix Sun guard, star shooting guard, Devin Booker. I mean, what did you expect? Everybody was debating that he should have been all-star to begin with. So this was a no-brainer.
It's still disrespectful, regardless of how you put it. I don't know how you put him as a replacement. It makes no sense. But
you got to keep going on about it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep going on about it. The league is stupid.
The coaches who didn't vote for him.
The coaches are stupid.
Yeah, if the league was stupid, we wouldn't have this.
Exactly. It will be just LeBron commanding everything.
What?
What? He's the coach.
The GM, the commish.
Yeah, the commish, man.
Yeah, Devin Booker is an all-star now, replacing Anthony Davis. And congratulations to him. Should have been picked already, but at least he's in.
Yeah.
All right, so with that out of the way, let's get into the games from last night. First, starting off with the Indiana Pacers and the Golden State Warriors. And this was really competitive head-to-head match between them, back and forth affair. Both teams really couldn't get ahead far into the league. This was really maintaining the single digits between the teams, no matter who was leading. Then going to the fourth quarter, stayed that way throughout up until late, where the Warriors, or the balanced offense, not just led by Curry, but Draymond making plays, Oubre hitting big shots, and some good defensive stops and costly turnovers by the Pacers. And even though after all that happened, they tried to get back to the game.
Yeah.
And they were close, but by that point, it was too late. And as a result, the Warriors picked up the win. Your thoughts?
Just like what you said, it was like, it was a really competitive, close battle. One thing I did notice is that both teams struggled from three. They struggled from the distance to get it going. So it was more of an inside game this whole game, but it was competitive from beginning to the end. Sabonis had a monster game, like always, showing that he should have been an all-star, but yet we're gonna let that go.
Vucevic.
Brogdon being the common floor general that he is, he had it going. Doug McDermott came up with a couple of big shots throughout the game. Even though Curry was 1 of 11 from three, he was able to still get his shots up because, again, he loves the contact and he knows how to get to the line. So, of course, he was doing that inside game. Draymond Green, triple-double. We know what he could do. He doesn't put up in the...
One rebound away from triple-double.
Huh?
One rebound away from a triple-double.
One rebound away from a triple-double. You know how he could do, the big contribution he could do for the team as their common playmaker. But good win by the Warriors to because it came down to which team could take over when it matters the most, and the Warriors were able to do that with the minutes going down.
Yeah, they also got some good bench production from the returning Wiseman in his second game back. Also, Eric Pascal.
Yep.
So that was really good for them, especially with Curry struggling, as you alluded to, from deep. As for the Pacers, I mean, they play really well throughout the game. It's just that like 2-minute interval late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Where they really couldn't get anything going and they was making mistakes really cost them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right. Mm-hmm.
And that's really how the game was. That's really all there is to say about this.
Yes.
Warriors pick up a good win against a tough Pacers squad, nonetheless. So yeah. All right. And it's funny, Sabonis was right behind me, and now Brogdon's behind me. All right. The other game that happened from last night was the struggling Los Angeles Lakers going up against the red hot Utah Jazz, best team in the NBA.
Yeah.
And this was a close game in the first quarter, but Lakers, no Anthony Davis, no Dennis Schroeder still, so they really had no chance. Jazz have just been on fire for too long. They have hit all their strides. Everything's clicking for them offensively, defensively, bench scoring, coaching,
Shot creating,
shot creating, shot spacing, ball movement. Everything has been going for this Utah Jazz team. And as a result, once the second quarter, like midway through it, they just ran away with the game.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to say.
Yeah, there's not really much to say. The Lakers' body language just looked off. They looked all out of it. No hustle, no heart, no intensity. And this is the world champions. You heard Mark Jackson alluded to throughout the whole game. They're world champions, yet they played as if they were like, they didn't even belong in the NBA at all, which is crazy to say about the Lakers because you would never say that about any team within the Lakers dynasty or franchise. So
yeah, this was a very tough loss for the Lakers. Really couldn't get anything going for them. Really couldn't stop the Jazz. And that, well, credit to the Jazz because they just flat out dominated.
Yeah.
And the funny part about this is when they opened up that lead in that second quarter, when they got up double digits, Donovan Mitchell still didn't score.
Yeah, he was scoreless for a good amount of time. Yes.
So that just goes to show you that, as we said earlier, like early in the earlier podcast episodes, this Jazz team is just so complete.
Yeah.
It feels like it's just not a relying on Donovan Mitchell all the time, hoping that he gets us out of tough situations, also hoping that his shot creating and his offensive ability can help us win and get us out of situations.
Well them into wins. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is just everything. Mike Conley and Bogdanovich really stepped up in this game. Gobert doing his thing besides getting crossed by LeBron. Jordan Clarkson once again proving why he is a runaway front runner of the Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah.
And their 3-point shooting has just been amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like what you said, look, even though we want to wait until the playoffs actually happen again. You probably don't. If this team is this good right now, you probably don't want to see them in the playoffs. So whatever team is, so they're the 1 seed and the Warriors are the 8 seed, I believe, as of right now. I'm telling you right now, Stephen Curry will be having a run for his money if the playoffs started today.
Yep. Great win by this Jazz team, dominating performance against the defending champions, even though they weren't acting like that in terms of last night's and how they played. But interesting stat about the Jazz. In the past 2 games, they have had a combined 50 3-pointers made. That is an NBA record.
Wow. This is stat for everything, I swear. But well, yeah. All I gotta say is
you love saying that. You love saying that. It's your favorite quote now.
It is. Am I lying?
All right, I guess it's a stat for everything, but those stats can still be impressive.
Yeah, they are impressive. I'm not saying that they're not impressive. I'm just saying we got to be real. No matter how impressive they are, it's just a stat for almost everything. Like you can make anybody look good at this point. That's all I'm saying.
I see your point. Yes.
Yeah, and also by the way, Wash King got beaten out by a lot of points. MJ would never. Let me stop. Going. Sorry.
Great performance by this Jazz team, as I said, beating the Wash King and his Lakers team. All right.
Wash King got washed. MJ never.
A lot of other games that happen around the league, around the association. So let's get into it. Anything that you want to discuss first? Anything that you want to talk about? Anything that you noticed?
I want to talk about the Spurs versus Thunder. This was a really good game. Yep, it was a really good game all around. Um, the Thunder were able to get out to a big lead in the first quarter. And then as the second quarter hit, the Spurs started to hit their stride, which you could see it was just well balanced scoring from both teams. Each and every player that was on the floor had the ability to get a bucket at some point. And then the third quarter, it was just basically a close game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then the fourth quarter hit, and it was more the same until I don't know. And then, Patty Mills, he started to get it going a bit, in which he was helping the Spurs out with a lot of big shots down in that fourth quarter. But yet, it was still a close game because, of course, being OKC being who they are, being the rising up and coming team who knows how to get a bucket when they can. It was a tie game, and I don't know what kind of error happened, but the Spurs left Dort wide open with a shot, and I don't remember who passed. I think it was Shaw or it was Al Horford.
Al Horford.
Or Al Horford. Al Horford was able to find Dort wide open in the right corner. Clock winding down, wide open shot. He shoots it and he makes it. Game is over. Clock runs out. Well, it was basically a buzzer beater.
But yeah, a buzzer beater by Lou Dort. Yeah, and you could say as soon as he shot the ball, you know he was going in.
Exactly.
Based off his reaction.
Exactly.
Some key points that you left out during that game. One, SGA was dominating. He was dominant throughout the entire game. He finished with 42 on the night. Spurs really had no answer for him. That's one. And two, mentioning the Spurs, that one mistake that the Spurs had. There was another mistake that they had previously right before that. When it was
the double dribble?
Yes.
Yeah.
99-99. And Patty Mills, the Spurs set to take the last shot, either, miss or send it into overtime, like everybody else does.
Yeah.
Patty Mills, costly mistake by him, something that he rarely does, something that the Spurs rarely do, making mistakes.
Yeah. Being
led by Greg Popovich, that's not what he does. You don't beat yourselves. The other team has to beat you.
Yeah.
Unless it's Game 6 in the NBA Finals of 2013.
I'll do that.
But Patty Mills double dribbles, and as a result, the Thunder gets the ball, and as you just said, they make that play. The Spurs, another mistake. Dort is wide open in the corner. Basically, a practice shot. Nobody's running at him.
Yeah, nobody's running at him. Nobody's looking to contest at all.
I understand you have to help because Al Horford is going to the paint and he's gonna have like a pretty easy layup. But like that's a practice shot. There's an NBA player. I understand you want him to take that shot out of all people, but you gotta go and at least put a hand up.
Yeah,
at least try.
I know Greg Popovich has to be getting on them for that too.
Oh, he's furious. He's furious.
You just can't make that happen. 2 mistakes in a row. Also, you just can't make that happen in front of Popovich. That you're not getting let go of that for sure.
Yeah, stuff like that don't happen unless Team Max scored 35 points.
Stop.
13 points in 35 seconds. Nonetheless, great win by the Thunder team. A very gutsy win by the Thunder team, beating a really good Spurs team who've been playing really well. I was gonna say as of late, but they haven't been playing as of late.
Yeah.
But the last time they've been playing really well. So good win by the Thunder.
Yeah, and my apologies. SGA, I should shout you out. My bad. I forgot about you, bro. I forgot about you.
Yeah, everybody else forgot about him too because he plays on the Thunder. But it's okay. We got you. SGA.
Yeah.
But all right. Any other games you'd like to speak on?
Bulls versus Timberwolves. The Bulls versus Timberwolves happened in the first quarter. Actually, it was a really close battle. The Bulls went up, and then the Timberwolves started to build up their momentum. And as the fourth quarter hit, the Bulls were up, I believe, by 8, and then Malik Beasley went on to make 2 threes, 2 big threes. Then Anthony Edwards made a big three, and then it was a close game from that point. And then it was a tie game, 119, and Zach LaVine has the opportunity to make the game winner. He misses, and it goes into overtime. And from that point on, Bulls just took over from there. It was just all Bulls from right then to that point. And the Timberwolves, don't get me wrong, even though Cat balled out, Malik Beasley hit some big shots, Anthony Edwards balled out and everything, it was just not enough that moment that overtime hit. The Bulls just took it away from there.
Yep. Great win by this Bulls team. Zach LaVine proving why he is an all-star, dropping 35, and I believe it's 5th straight game dropping 30. So yeah, good win by this. What?
Are we surprised at this point? The man became an all-star before Andrew Wiggins. That's all I gotta say. Okay, I'm gonna cut that out. My bad. I'm sorry.
No. Leave that in. Leave that in. Leave that in. Yeah, that is kind of bad, but nonetheless, a quick note about this Bulls team. With this win, they are now 6th in the Eastern Conference. But in the East, they lose the next game, they could drop to the 9th. But nonetheless, they have been playing great basketball as of late, so got to give them a shout out, moving up in the standings. But all right, the game that I would like to talk about is the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Phoenix Suns. And this was a good game up to the second quarter, in which the Suns went on a big run and got out to a double-digit lead. But the Hornets fighting their way back, led by their star rookie, LaMelo Ball, also getting big bench production from Malik Monk, fought their way back into that towards the end of the second quarter, and then went on their little run in that third quarter. And then going into the fourth quarter, the Hornets were up, I believe, 10.
Yeah, they were up by 10. Yes, they was.
Yeah, they were up by 10. And then the Suns really just started to pick up the pace.
Yeah, they
really started hitting their stride, started getting to rhythm, started going on a run, led by Chris Paul, led by Mikal. I was about to say Miles. He's going up against his brother, by the way, too. His brother again on the opposite team. But yeah, led by Mikal Bridges and Chris Paul, really let them back into this game. And a crazy little wild sequence towards the end. So LaMelo fouls Chris Paul, rookie mistake. And Chris Paul has opportunity. They're down by 4, so he's gonna try to make the first one, and then the second one, get the rebound, kick it off for 3. And he does that. Does exactly that. He makes the first one, missed the second one. Luckily, the ball went out of bounds off of Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
And so the Suns had a chance. Devin Booker, it was a tough shot. Gordon Hayward right in his face. And he ended up missing it. But, I mean, I guess that's the star player. You want the ball in his hands. So sometimes you make it, sometimes you miss it. You can't really do anything about that. And as a result, the Hornets do take this win. This was a really good win by this Hornets team. I love the way they played. LaMelo Ball really shined in this win. Got a lot of bench production from their bench, like I said. Malik Monk, also Miles Bridges, brother of Mikal. And this was a really good win by this Hornets team against a really good Suns team. Yeah. So if you're the Hornets, you should be really, really impressed and really excited about this win and how you've been playing as a whole.
Yeah, because you see the impact that a rookie LaMelo Ball has on your team. He's not only major team box office, he's also turned you guys, like, I'm not saying it's just him, of course. They have a lot of great hoopers, but he has helped with his playmaking and his abilities. He has basically made this team into like a kind of a winner in a way when you look at it.
Mm-hmm. So right, and he has had some help as they do have Gordon Hayward, who's been proven that he deserves every bit of money that he earned. They do have
apology, by the way.
Yeah, you'll be waiting on that. They still have they also have Terry Rozier, who they took a chance on. Michael Jordan took a chance on letting go of Kemba Walker and bringing him in, and he's really stepped up big time for them. So they got a lot of good pieces, Malik Monk and Miles Bridges, and I really feel like they possibly, don't be surprised if they make the playoffs this year. Don't be surprised. It's really hectic in that East, but don't be surprised if they make the playoffs, because they're in the playoff position right now.
Yeah.
And if they stay in the mix, who knows what will happen come April.
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah. Like I said, great win by this Hornets team who were playing really good basketball. But all right. It is prediction time for tonight's set of games. Only about 6 games for tonight, but they should be interesting. So first, let's start off with the first primetime game, TNT 7 o'clock, featuring the Mavericks, coming off of that game winner by Luka Doncic against the Celtics on Tuesday, up against the Philadelphia 76ers.
Look, Luka, you know you're the godfather and everything, right? But the Sixers got this one. In my opinion, they got this one.
And that's where I'm going to disagree. I got the Mavericks.
Oh, so you got the godfather. Okay, I respect it.
The Magic or the Nets?
The Nets.
The Nets. The Kings or the Knicks?
The Knicks.
The Knicks. Yeah. The Clippers or what? Because I remember I picked the Knicks a few months ago, like a month ago or whatever, against the Kings. They lost to the Kings, and that's when the Kings were playing bad.
Yeah.
And the Kings are playing bad again.
Don't worry, you'll be fine, bro. I don't. It could go anyway.
Sure, the Cavs just beat the Hawks. So anyway, the Clippers or the Grizzlies?
Clippers.
Clippers. The Wizards or the Nuggets?
Nuggets.
Nuggets. And lastly, the last primetime game of the doubleheader is the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Milwaukee Bucks. What you got?
Pelicans.
I got the Bucks. But all right, I think it's time to wrap things up. Any final thoughts?
That's really crazy. Zach LaVine really became an all-star before Andrew Wiggins ever did. And we don't know if he ever will.
He's been playing really good basketball for the Warriors. That's I'm going to leave it like that. He's been playing really good basketball for the Golden State Warriors, and no one can dispute that.
No, and you're right. I can't dispute that at all.
Yep, maybe we'll do some discussion videos later on down the road. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. And with that being said, while my co-host is dying of laughter, thank you guys for watching today's pod. Make sure to tune into tomorrow's podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Also, follow IG down in the description below.
And once again, I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
And this is the Mind of Basketball Podcast.